The Presidential Medal of Freedom is an award bestowed by the President of the United States and is, along with the comparable Congressional Gold Medal, bestowed by an act of U.S. Congress, the highest civilian award of the United States. It recognizes those individuals who have made an especially meritorious contribution to the security or national interests of the United States, world peace, cultural or other significant public or private endeavors. The award is not limited to U.S. citizens and, while it is a civilian award, it can also be awarded to military personnel and worn on the uniform. It was established in 1963 and replaced the earlier Medal of Freedom that was established by President Harry S. Truman in 1945 to honor civilian service during World War II. History of the award. Similar in name to the Medal of Freedom, but much closer in meaning and precedence to the Medal for Merit. The Presidential Medal of Freedom is currently the supreme civilian decoration in precedence, whereas the Medal of Freedom was inferior in precedence to the Medal for Merit. The Medal of Freedom was awarded by any of 3 cabinet secretaries, whereas the Medal for Merit was awarded by the President, as is the Presidential Medal of Freedom. Another measure of the difference between these two similarly named but very distinct awards is their per capita frequency of award. From 1946 to 1961, the average annual incidence of award of the Medal of Freedom was approximately 1 per every 86,500 adult U.S. citizens. From 1996 to 2011, the average annual incidence of award of the Presidential Medal of Freedom was approximately 1 per every 20,500,000 adult U.S. citizens. President John F. Kennedy established the current decoration in 1963 through Executive Order 11,085, with unique and distinctive insignia, vastly expanded purpose, and far higher prestige. It was the first U.S. civilian neck decoration and, in the grade of awarded with distinction, is the only U.S. sash and star decoration. The executive order calls for the medal to be awarded annually on or around July 4, and at other convenient times as chosen by the President. But it has not been awarded every year. Recipients are selected by the President, either on his own initiative or based on recommendations. The order establishing the medal also expanded the size and the responsibilities of the Distinguished Civilian Service Awards Board so it could serve as a major source of such recommendations. The medal may be awarded to an individual more than once. Colin Powell received 2 awards. Ellsworth Bunker received both of his awards with distinction. It may also be awarded posthumously. Examples include John F. Kennedy, Pope John XXIII, Lyndon Johnson, Paul Bear Bryant, Thurgood Marshall, Cesar Chavez, Roberto Clemente, Jack Kemp, James Chaney, Andrew Goodman and Michael Schwerner. Insignia. The badge of the Presidential Medal of Freedom is in the form of a golden star with white enamel, with a red enamel pentagon behind it. The central disc bears 13 gold stars on a blue enamel background within a golden ring. Golden American bald eagles with spread wings stand between the points of the star. It is worn around the neck on a blue ribbon with white edge stripes. A special, rarely given grade of the medal, known as the Presidential Medal of Freedom with Distinction, has a larger execution of the same medal design worn as a star on the left chest along with a sash over the right shoulder, with its rosette resting on the left hip. When the medal with distinction is awarded, the star may be presented descending from a neck ribbon and can be identified by its larger size than the standard medal. Both medals may also be worn in miniature form on a ribbon on the left chest, with a silver American bald eagle with spread wings on the ribbon, or a golden American bald eagle for a medal awarded with distinction. In addition, the medal is accompanied by a service ribbon for wear on military service uniform, a miniature medal pendant for wear on mess dress or civilian formal wear, and a lapel badge for wear on civilian clothes. Recipients. Gallery. Civil rights leader A. Philip Randolph receiving the Presidential Medal of Freedom from President Lyndon B. Johnson on September 14, 1964. President Richard Nixon and the Apollo 13 crew after being presented the Presidential Medal of Freedom on April 18, 1970. President Ronald Reagan presenting Mother Teresa with the Presidential Medal of Freedom at a White House ceremony in 1985. Former United Kingdom Prime Minister Margaret Thatcher receiving the Presidential Medal of Freedom from President George H. W. Bush in 1991. George H. W. Bush awarding former President Ronald Reagan the Presidential Medal of Freedom with distinction in January 1993. Edgar M. Bronfman receiving the Presidential Medal of Freedom from President Bill Clinton in 1999. Gordon B. Hinckley receiving the Presidential Medal of Freedom from George W. Bush in 2004. The Queen of Soul, Aretha Franklin wipes a tear after being honored with the Presidential Medal of Freedom alongside historian Robert Conquest. Left and economist Alan Greenspan on November 9, 2005. Former United Kingdom Prime Minister Tony Blair receiving the Presidential Medal of Freedom from President George W. Bush on January 13, 2009. Former Prime Minister of Australia John Howard receiving the medal from George W. Bush on January 13, 2009. Chita Rivera with President Barack Obama prior to receiving the Presidential Medal of Freedom, August 2009. President Barack Obama talks with Stephen Hawking in the Blue Room of the White House before a ceremony presenting him and 15 others the Presidential Medal of Freedom, August 12, 2009. President Barack Obama awarding the Presidential Medal of Freedom to German Chancellor Angela Merkel on June 7, 2011.